An advanced care plan is for everyone. It's a process where we can identify people's wishes. It's about starting a conversation with family members or people nearest and dearest to them, or it could be with a healthcare professional, about planning their future care.
Have you thought about your future care?
I have thought about it, to be fair, and I'd like to be at home, surrounded by my family, listening to music, just be inspired by everything just carrying on.
So wherever possible, we like to have the conversations in advance of a health decline to help prepare patients for what might happen in the future and to help prepare their relatives as well, to try and remove that feeling of panic and fear if their health should deteriorate rapidly.
I have made arrangements because I think it's very necessary, because obviously if something were to happen, if you haven't talked this through, that could cause all sorts of difficulties.
So when you're having those conversations with your carers, they will be documenting it in a place which is accessible by all their carers, and because it's a 24-hour situation and not all those individuals are going to be available at any particular time, it means that you know your wishes are accessible by everybody, and when the decisions are being made, what you want is informing that decision.
I've got to talk to you about the condition because my doctor said that it's going to get progressively worse, and I'd like to discuss my options, whether it's a nursing home, care for at home, but I much prefer to be looked after at home by you and the kids.
An advanced care plan is a gift to families, which people don't realise. Families that we do see coming through when they've got an advanced care plan in place is they're happy with the care that's being put in place because they know that that's what that family member wanted.
I decided to talk with my daughters about advanced care planning. What it did show is the possible impact if we hadn't talked. So now my daughters know my wishes. They know they won't have to make those difficult emotional decisions. Looking back, it was a very sensible decision we made.
For the majority of the BAME communities, and particularly I'm talking about South Asian communities, I think our culture is that we kind of don't make individual decisions. They're usually family-based, or my next of kin would make those decisions. We try and encourage people to be involved in conversations, so it's actually their choice, their decision, and they can try and inform their families and their carers what they would like.
With our Sikh elders, we discuss things like advanced care planning. We actually ask them to go home, talk to their own friends, speak in the community. These are important things because it's about the person. So the person needs to share what they would like.
I'd like to stay at home,
Yeah.
as long as I can. But when you do lose capacity, I don't want my family to have to do it, so I'd go somewhere at that point of time.
With my mum, we didn't have a care plan in place, so we didn't have any formal planning. We contacted the district assistant, came in and put a plan together on the spot. With my mother-in-law, there was a plan in place, so equipment was already in place, and it was just a smooth, gentle, caring process to allow the last few days of her life to be as peaceful and compassionate as possible. One thing we learned as a result of that, we had power of attorneys financially. It's important to have a care plan in place for health matters as well.
So our dementia cafe is for people from South Asian backgrounds. It's for both with people with dementia and the carers. So during lockdown, we managed to move it online. We've done discussions around advanced care planning, and we all agree that it's really important to have future wishes discussed with family members and your partners.
ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਦੀ ਫਿਊਚਰ 'ਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਸੋਚੋ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਪੈ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਵਜੋਂ, ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੇਅਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ, ਕੀ ਵਰੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡੀਆਂ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ?
ਏਜ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਓਵਰ 60 70, ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਾਰਟਨਰ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਆ। ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯੰਗ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ। ਅਖੀਰਲੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਰ ਲਾਈਕ old age ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ you can't be stay your own.
I would encourage every single person to talk about an advanced care plan, from your children to your parents to your grandparents. It's something that should become the norm.
allowing people to think about and determine what for them is a good death, and then being able to enable that to happen is one of the most important and one of the most rewarding parts of any carer's role. So I would encourage people to have those conversations. We want to have those conversations.
The most powerful thing that me and my daughters have learned since being diagnosed is the power of talking. I think it's the satisfaction of knowing that you made your feelings known and you can now forget about it and go away and live your life.